It's unofficial, and they're trying to work on it right now, but that's what we have at this time. And boy, Tim, that was fantastic.
Fantastic race, and again, another fantastic call by you, Jamie. Way to go. But we'll get all the track champions figured out, and again, this is going to come right down to the wire. But in any event, we have got more races to go, lots of points to take care of. And we got another close one coming up. Tim Fuller, 26-point advantage right now over Billy Dunn coming into tonight's racing program. Tim Fuller leads the way, 464. Billy Dunn second in points, just 26 back at 438. 32 points in behind is Jordan McCreadie in third at 432. These drivers have a shot at the track championship here tonight.
White flag. Huh? 358. 358.
So we're set to go. Jordan Kelly on the pole for this one, along with Dan Bichard on the outside of row 1 in the 36. Row number 2 is going to find the 39T. That is going to be Tyler Bartlett. To his inside will go the 31 of Lance Willix. Row 3, Derek Webb in the 66 with Ryan Bartlett in the 39. Row 4, Tim Fuller in the 19. Scott Webb in the 18W. Larry Welling starts 9th in the 21 JR, along with the 21C Taylor Caprara. Jordan McCreadie and Billy Dunn in row number 6. RJ Tresetter and Preston Forbes in row number 7. Row 8, Lucas Fuller and Nick Webb. Shaun Shaw and Andy Howard in row number 9. Matt Woodruff, Keith Weston in row number 10. Madison Mulder and Mike Mandigo in row number 11. As they make their way into turn number 3, the Whitesboro Plow Shop Dirtcar 358 modifieds are green, and the track title is on the line at Can-Am. Quickly through turn number 1 and 2, Jordan Kelly on in front of the field. Lance Willix makes the big crossover move. He goes from the outside lane to the inside lane, trying to find the groove down low. Can't quite get it that time. He'll try it again off of turn number 4 and across the line. Willix by a half a car length at the stripe. As they make their way up into turn number 1 and 2. Jordan Kelly relegated to second as the battle for third goes on. As they work it down the backstretch, Ryan Bartlett to that outside lane, looking to find the way by Dan Bichard, and does just that. Derek Webb's been fast here in the early couple of laps. He pulls alongside of Tim Fuller, trying to find a spot as they work in lap number 2 this time by. Again, 25 laps is the distance. Top 2 in the points, running just inside the top 5, with Fuller running 5th. And Billy Dunn back in spot number 8 right now. Jordan McCreadie holding on to position number 10. As they make their way up into turn number 3 and 4 and across the line, Willix in control. As they work through turn number 3 and 4. It is still Willix in command of it as they work down off of corner number 2. Jordan Kelly still there for second. Ryan Bartlett. Tim Fuller right there in that inside lane as well, as Derek Webb continues to hold on to the 5 spot. Fuller right now just doing what he has to do, trying to hold on and get by. He gets by Ryan Bartlett. Now Bartlett trying to cross over move, looking to pull even turns with Fuller down into turn number 3 and 4. Fuller there, he drops to the inside lane, holds on to third. It's behind him, Billy Dunn doing all he can. He is moving around the racetrack, trying to figure out some way to catch Tim Fuller and maybe try to catch Lance Willix. But right now, Lance Willix is checked out on the field. He is gone. He is out to about little over a straightaway advantage over the rest of the field as Jordan Kelly and Tim Fuller still there for positions 2 and 3. And 39 of Bartlett, 66 of Derek Webb. Having a great run, holding on to a top 5 position at this point. Taylor Caprara there in 6th. 7th is Billy Dunn. 8th is a battle between Jordan McCreadie and Dan Bichard. Top 10 being completed right now at the moment by Preston Forbes as they work it down the front straightaway is Fuller. Looking to go one more spot. He'll get by the 24 Kelly to move into 2nd. So Jordan Kelly relegated to 3rd. Ryan Bartlett back to 4th. And Derek Webb, again, completing your top 5 as they make their way up off the corner. Lance Willix is in a class of his own right now, working lap number 9. 31 of Willix well in control. Looking for win number 3 of 2023. Tim Fuller about a straightaway behind in 2nd. Jordan Kelly doing everything he can to try to run Tim Fuller back down, but the way Fuller is running around the outside lane on this racetrack, not sure he's going to be able to do it or not, as Ryan Bartlett moving one spot forward. He'll slide by Derek Webb to move up into 4th. Webb back to 5th. Billy Dunn now up into contention for a top 5 run. Holds on to position number 6 at the moment, but he knows that just won't do. As they make their way up off the corner, Dunn really wants to get this track championship as they come down across the line this time by. Lap number 11 goes up on the leaderboard, and it's been all Lance Willix from the drop of the green flag. As we got one car, a lot of smoke coming out of the back of the Lucas Fuller number 74 ride into turn number 1 and 2. We're keeping our eye on Fuller at the moment. He has got a big plume of white smoke down the back straightaway, working in turn number 3 and 4. In the meantime, yellow lights are on. Yellow lights are on. Lap number 12 is on the board, and caution lights are on. Lucas Fuller in car number 74 has laid down a whole bunch of water or some sort of fluid on the racetrack. A lot of smoke coming out of that car, and it is slowing to a crawling pace and most likely will stop over there in turn 2, which he does. Well, 12 laps are complete. We are close to halfway, but it's a quiet moment. It's a formal introduction. Jamie Davis, I'm going to take you for the last 13 laps, and then I'm going to go to Victory Lane for a lot of interviews and a lot of track champions. So I'll turn this over to you, good sir.
Well, thank you very much once again, Tim Baltz, and 12 are down, and that beautiful lead that Lance Willix had has gone to the wayside real quick, as now he has got some hot company next to him with the Hall of Famer Tim Fuller right down on the bottom side of the racetrack. Jordan Kelly has done very well this race. He sits in that number 3 position out there. Ryan Bartlett back there in 4th. And Derek Webb rounds out the top 5. All right, they're all grouped together. Mike LeClaire looks them over, says, bring it along a little bit more, fellas. You're looking good. Green flag is back out, and Willix doesn't waste any time at all and jumps right up in there. Fuller on the bottom side of the racetrack, but it'll be Willix on the outside. And the man out of Teresa, New York will take that lead on the top side. Tim Fuller on the bottom. They come around to the halfway mark in this one. Ryan Bartlett sits there in the number 2 spot with Billy Dunn back there in 4th. Jordan McCreadie now has moved up to 5th, and caution out on the Speedway. And an unfortunate mishap right here for Jordan Kelly, who was running a great race out there. And the MK Construction car has pulled to a complete stop here on the front straightaway. A tough break for the young man in the 24K. He was running a great race out there in that car, and it has come to a stop, possibly to end his Friday night. So up in front it is still the 31 of Lance Willix. Tim Fuller sits back there in the number 2 spot with Ryan Bartlett in 3rd. Billy Dunn sits there in 4th. Jordan McCreadie has moved up through the field. He rounds out the top 5.
They're all locals anyway. Well, Billy Dunn is
Scott Webb right up in there, and they are making a change of positions out there.
31's from recent. They're all local.
The Webb brothers are a little bit hesitant about relinquishing some spots out there. Now they get into order. So they look good. And Mike LeClaire says, one more time around and we're going to go back racing. 13 complete. Lance Willix on top. Tim Fuller in 2nd. Ryan Bartlett in 3rd. Billy Dunn in 4th. And Jordan McCreadie rounding out the top 5. Scott Webb, who sits there in 6th. Preston Forbes, 45, is 7th. All right, Mike looks them over. 2 hot shoes up on the front here.
Staying yellow.
And caution staying out on this one as the lineup continues to change here. Fellas in the back trying to sort themselves out a little bit. Tim Fuller, your leader. Derek Webb is 6th now. Caprara sits there in 8th.
Hopefully. And Thunder cars. All the rest are going to be together. What? All the rest are going to be together. Crates, Thunders, and Pro Stock.
All right, they're set to go. We're going to go back racing. Green flag is out for Mike LeClaire. And away we go. And Fuller on the bottom side of the racetrack takes advantage of that early run of the first turn. But here's Willix coming back on the inside. Lance trying to take it back from him, but Fuller gets away. Now Willix goes up to the outside part of the racetrack, making lane changes back and forth to try to get by again. And Fuller has that lead. Here's Willix coming up on the inside again. And he can't quite get to him as Fuller gets a good bite coming off that number 2 turning down the backstretch. Tim Fuller has opened it up by about 3 car lengths here. Here comes Billy Dunn on the inside of Willix. And Dunn tries to take away the number 2 spot out there. Willix turns down from the outside part of the racetrack and wants that spot back again, but it'll still be Billy Dunn. Here's Willix back on the inside. Lance slides up the racetrack. A tremendous battle going on for 2nd. Billy Dunn is able to hang on to 2nd now. Willix back there in 3rd. Jordan McCreadie sits in the number 4 spot with Ryan Bartlett rounding out the top 5. It is still Fuller in front, now opening it up. About an 8-car length lead over Billy Dunn. We're completing lap number 17 And Billy's got a lot to do to get to him. And not a lot of time with 8 to go. And it's still Fuller in front. Billy Dunn back in the number 2 spot. Lance Willix still sits there in 3rd. Ryan Bartlett trying to hang on to the number 4 spot, but Jordan McCreadie will get by on the high side of the Speedway. And he will take over the number 4 spot. Bartlett back to 5th now. Around they come to complete lap number 19. It is still the number 19 up 4 in front. Billy Dunn has closed that gap just a little bit, but not enough to really make a good run at Tim Fuller. 19 complete, coming around to complete lap number 20, and it's still Fuller on top. Dunn sits back in 3rd. Willix sits in the number 3 spot. Dunn sits in 2nd. Willix is back in 3rd. Jordan McCreadie is 4th. Ryan Bartlett sits in 5th. Webb is back there in the number 6 spot. And Fuller has lost a little bit of ground to Billy Dunn, who is making great time on the top side of this racetrack, as he now is sticking that right rear up on the top side trying to pick up some moisture. Around they come again, and Tim Fuller will be coming up on the back of Keith Weston's car to put a lap on him. Willix still rides in 3rd. McCreadie is back in 4th. Ryan Bartlett rounds out the top 5. It looks like Derek Webb is back in 6th. We'll keep an eye on that with 2 to go. Timmy Fuller trying to hang in there. Billy Dunn trying to close the gap, but he's gotten within about 6 car lengths and no more. Fuller around, looking for yet another victory for the Hall of Famer with the white flag out. Dunn still sits in 2nd. Willix is still in 3rd. Jordan McCreadie is 4th with Ryan Bartlett 5th. Tim Fuller comes off the turn. He's got a car out wide, but he'll get by nicely, and he will pick up the win in the Channel 7 25 for the Dirtcar Modifieds, Dirtcar 358 Modifieds here on Championship Night. A veteran Fuller with another win. Billy Dunn will get 2nd. Lance Willix will finish in 3rd. Jordan McCreadie will get 4th. And Ryan Bartlett will round out the top